Yes, I'm going to show you how I eat for high testosterone and how you can actually increase your T levels like crazy, okay? Now, before I start, make sure to take notes and apply. We're gonna go over my meals, which is meal number 1, meal number 2, meal number 3, my supplements, and at the end, I'm gonna give you some bonus things that you can eat that's gonna just take your testosterone levels to like crazy levels, and you can get like some short, quick levels of increase of libido quickly, okay? Now, we're gonna start with meal number 1. I'm not gonna waste time. So, I have my meal number 1 about an hour before training, and I like to keep it kind of light because I want to have some energy at the gym, but I also don't want to eat too much. So I have some fruits, which is just my most of my carbs. I eat it before training, so I want to burn it off because I'm on a low carb diet. You can check it out in my couple previous videos. I also have nuts, usually walnuts, Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, and I heard that they say walnuts is bad for your testosterone. I haven't necessarily noticed anything, but like I don't even eat that much walnuts, maybe like 2 or 3, but nothing too crazy. And also honey is super good, so I just mix the fruits, which is either dates, banana, apple, oranges, stuff like that. I would say usually it's dates and bananas, and then I just mix up all these things, and it's so good. It's like something small, it tastes really good, and it's just so powerful. Because I remember in Iran, like whenever I was living there, during like certain places, like they were like making shakes, and there's this thing called like majun, and it just meant pretty much like they were mixing a bunch of things, and it was known to like boost your libido and your T levels, right? Because it was just nuts and honey and like milk. It was just like a lot of fatty and good stuff, and they were really really strong. So this is kind of similar to that, but without the milk. And this is my meal number 1. So I just have it about an hour of training, and this thing just every time gets me right, man. From T levels to strength at the gym, just on point. Okay. Next one, meal number 2. I have 6 to 10x usually. I would say, if like, since I'm cutting right now, I'm on 6, but when I want to bulk, I want to have 10. And then I have butter, about 5 grams, I would say. I have honey again. I mix it up. I usually have about like 1 to 2. I would say about 2 or 3 teaspoons of honey every day. And then I sometimes may have cottage cheese or Greek yogurt. Sometimes, obviously, not usually. I would say my main one is just eggs, butter, and honey. This is like right after workout, like maybe like 20, 30 minutes after my workout. And this is my meal. It's so good. It tastes good. It's light. It works. I just never get tired of it. Honey and eggs. Listen, try it out. It's so good, man. Now, we're going to go to meal number 3. So this is like about like 30 minutes later after my second meal, or like an hour, because I like to keep my meals like very condensed, like eat it quickly and just get it finished over, like I don't want to think about it. And I usually have a lot of meat, right? Pause. But we have a lot of beef, chicken, turkey, and usually they have medium to high amounts of fat. Like I used to get the low fats, and I know I'm cutting, and it's a little bit harder. I have to be more on point, but I just rather have the fats because it just helps me overall. I like the feeling of the fatty meats, right? And it feels good on my body. Whenever I have the leaner meat, it's just harder to eat. Yeah, it's lower on calories, but it just doesn't feel right, doesn't taste right. And I feel like something is missing. I think the higher fat it is, it's like usually better for testosterone. And I personally feel the benefits as well. You just get more energy. And the testosterone aspect, like fats, cholesterol especially, is really, really good for your testosterone. And it's the precursor for your testosterone creation. And every single time, and whenever I'm like consuming more fats, it just gets me right, man. Gets me right. And I have some tomatoes, cucumbers, and avocados. They're again good for you. Like it gives me like a good texture with the food, with the meat. Like I like to have some vegetables. Avocado is decent too. And I usually have some hot sauce. I don't know why. Whenever I have hot sauce, it just makes me fired up. Like that's the right feeling I would say. Like it fires me up. And I don't know if it's related to testosterone. I would be interested to see if there's any research on it, but every time I have hot sauce, it's just my drive for life goes crazy. Like, it's like I want to do more. I want to like train harder, put in more work, and as a result, like girls get attracted to that. So it's like a natural testosterone booster. Take it as you leave it, like whatever you want to say. But for me, it just gets me like in that masculine frame, if that's what you mean, right? Like it gets me that masculine energy. Like it just instantly puts you there. Like you're like, oh my god, this is how like I want to do some like crazy weights or whatever, and you feel that energy boost. And hot sauce, I really like that. So these are my main meals. I would say 99% of the time I eat the same things. Unless I go out, I may have wings, maybe chicken wings. I rarely have like bread. I don't even know when was the last time I had bread. Same thing with rice, potatoes, all those things. I don't eat fries when I go out. And I kind of got over all those things. I'm tired of like messing up my diet. But now it's like I'm really happy with this diet. It feels me good. And I really feel amazing on this. So my testosterone level is really good. I will just increase the amounts whenever I start bulking. But for now, this is the amounts that I'm eating. And for the supplements, you may ask, you're like, oh, what do you take for supplements? Okay, I'll give you my supplements. Now, before we start, make sure based on your own needs, do a blood test with your doctor, right? So make sure you know like why you are taking certain things. For me, I was low on vitamin D, so I've been taking that. And funnily enough, every time I stay consistent with vitamin D and I get a lot of, all these things, vitamin D. I know you can get it from sunlight too, but like vitamin D, especially like the supplements, I just feel my libido comes back very, very fast, and it just feels right. My body feels right. Whenever I don't get vitamin D, my body feels weaker. I get sicker, and it just helps me in all aspects. My body feels more rejuvenated. Same thing with multivitamins. I want to cut down a little bit on the fruits. I eat too much fruit sometimes, so I want to cut it down. That's why I want to get my vitamins from the fruit, the supplements. I take fish oil. Again, I like the fish oil because I don't really have a lot of fish, like seafood and stuff. Creatine, again, it's not necessarily related to testosterone directly, but it actually helps with your gains and, stuff like that. Like it helps with your gains. You put in more work at the gym cognitively, it actually helps you too. And also zinc. Personally, I've never taken zinc, maybe once actually. But the reason I put a star to it, because I heard a lot of great things about it, but people said it actually helps them. But I didn't really need like anything with zinc, like any supplements with zinc. But if you really need it, then start taking it, and you may see a benefit for you, because if your blood is like really deficient in zinc, then you can take it, right? And now we get to the juicy part, the bonus part, okay? Now, I notice huge increase in my libido because of the following, okay? Number one, whenever I have watermelons, right? So these are like some certain foods that you can have if you want like meeting your girlfriend or something. Have watermelon. I don't know what's inside watermelon. I don't know the research, but just eat watermelon, okay? Watermelon with salt, just amazing, man. Amazing. Same thing with mango. Mango is really good. Pistachios, as always. Mangoes and pistachios, they're overpowered as hell. Mangoes and watermelons, they're like really, really strong. Like it just put me in the right state, if you know what I mean. But pistachios, again, really, really good. They got good fats. And also, this is not necessarily food, sunlight, but it's food for your skin, if you know what I mean, right? So sunlight, again, whenever I've been exposed to a lot of sunlight, boy, oh boy, your boy feels like crazy, like high T, driven. I just want to talk to all the girls. Like, bro, it just gets you in the right state. Like testosterone, just like, psh. There is a reason they call winter. No, not winter. Like they call summer. It's not cuffing season. I know cuffing season is for winter, but it's like pretty much mating season. There we go, mating season. They call like summer mating season because like sex drive and libido is like it's all time high, and like sunlight definitely has a role to play in it, and it just gets you like in the right mood, and you always feel better. You perform better. You get some tan. You just feel better. Plus these foods, man. If you eat these foods while getting sunlight, listen, it's game over. But listen, man, this is how I eat pretty much for high testosterone. This is my daily diet, and I feel amazing at it. And also, like the way I eat, like my brain also works super good. Like I don't really have brain fogs and stuff. I like this diet, okay? I like this diet. And let me know what kind of things you eat for your testosterone levels, and I want to see what kind of things you eat or what kind of things you struggle with. And make sure to drop a like, sub, and listen, we got more bangers coming up. And my channel is slowly growing, our community is slowly growing, and I like what I see, and I want you to be part of this, okay? So click the like button, drop a sub, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.